If it happens, man. I'm always open for it. You know, I would never knock down a fight like that. That's a fight I would take with both hands, 100%.
I think Opetaia, as far as I'm concerned, is the best cruiserweight out there.
Sorry, what? Oh, sorry.
I don't doubt is currently the best cruiserweight out.
You enjoy Opetaia?
Yeah, I wanna fight Jay. He's a great champion too. He has the ring magazine belt, and that's the belt that I want.
With the spectacular victory against David Nyika, Jay Opetaia has solidified his position in the cruiserweight division, and his next target seems to be none other than Oleksandr Usyk. Meanwhile, talking about the electrifying bout that transpired on Wednesday, which seems to have gotten everyone hooked to the screen, notable boxing analyst and Jay's promoter Eddie Hearn shared his exhilaration at the outstanding knockout win for his fighter, stating that after this particular win, everyone will finally put some respect to Jay's name, because he has not proven himself as a major contender in the cruiserweight division, but he has also gained further prominence as one of the best pound-for-pound boxers in the world.
Yeah, unbelievable. I mean, what a fight. Firstly, huge credit and respect to David Nyika, because I thought he showed huge heart. Excuse me. I believe he'll be world champion, just not tonight against, you know, not just the best cruiserweight in the world, but one of the top pound-for-pound fighters in the world in Jay Opetaia. What a fight, what an atmosphere. Wednesday night, January the 8th, that was incredible. And looking forward to what's next. Wednesday night, January the 8th. I mean, what? I forgot it was Wednesday. Oh no, what a way to start the year. And
expressing his views about the brutal knockout that secured the deal, Eddie emphasized that after being with the fighter for quite some time and having observed his training regimen, even he was rendered speechless by the brutal onslaught of punches and jabs that the Australian fighter directed towards his Kiwi opponent. Now, although the bout kicked off with a steady pace, soon enough it became quite apparent that Jay would have the lead based on his explosive fighting style, which did not allow any room for Nyika to retaliate, resulting in him getting knocked out in the 4th round.
And then just started to find his feet a little bit, and you know, he landed a good shot on Opetaia, I think at the end of the 3rd round or something like that, and I actually thought Jai might choose to box a little bit from there, but he didn't. He kind of doubled down and went on the attack even more. And it was a brutal knockout. I haven't watched it back yet, but it was scary knockout, and I'm just glad David's okay. I thought he showed fucking unbelievable heart, and it was a horrible knockout to watch. I haven't even watched it back yet, but I saw it, and I was in the ring, and I was very concerned about him. So thank God he's okay. Yeah, onwards and upwards for Jay Opetaia. Some man, some fighter.
Along with these comments regarding the fight, Eddie also ventured into the future possibilities for the fighter, revealing that after this win, there are countless options that they will be looking at, including the highly lucrative fight with the reigning heavyweight king, Oleksandr Usyk. However, one aspect that Eddie highlighted was that this fight, despite its tremendous allure, cannot be pursued at this stage, because no matter how proficient you might be, in order to get into a fight with a great like Usyk, you have to have certain achievements under your belt, including the highly coveted undefeated or undisputed titles. Hoping to make this fight a possibility in the future, Eddie stated that everyone in their camp wants this for Jay, and they will do everything in their potential to achieve it.
How realistic, on what sort of time frame?
I think, look, with Usyk, it's like, it's not really someone you can necessarily call out. He's that good, he's achieved so much. You've got to let your credentials do the speaking, and to do that, you need to become undisputed at cruiserweight, in my opinion. And I think that's got to be the aim for Jai. You know, we have to try and make that Ramirez fight next, and then we've got to try and grab that WBC, and then the fight with Usyk starts to actually look like it could be a possibility. And you have to aim for that. You know, if you're going to be undisputed at cruiserweight, you have to look to move up to heavyweight, and that's the aim for Jai.
Planning to move forward in small, calculated steps, Eddie talked about their strategy, stating that even though they might not pursue the Usyk fight right this second, they will be talking with other major contenders in the division, including the one and only Zurdo Ramirez, in hopes of securing good, reasonable fights, which will not only aid Jay in his ultimate goal, but they will also provide him with an opportunity to further enhance his skills and techniques before he moves on to challenge more eminent names.
The short-term focus is another belt, ASAP. The medium-term focus is every belt in the division, and the long-term focus, why not, is to fight Oleksandr Usyk for the unified heavyweight world championship. I believe he's the only fighter that can give Usyk a real fight over the next 12 to 18 months, but the plan has got to be the short term as well, which Zurdo Ramirez for me is the best fight in the division. He's always had a thing for the WBO belt, for some reason. He's always talked about it, he's always wanted it, and that gives us the WBO and the WBA.
Moving on, after the conclusion of the bout, the humble Aussie fighter appeared elated at this superb victory based on how it has not only put him at the forefront, but also seems to have opened new doors of opportunities for him, while expressing his gratitude for this tremendous opportunity, stating that even though he entered the ring as the champion, he knew that this fight would not be easy based on how diligent of a fighter David is, and how from the very get-go of this fight, he knew that his opponent will be coming after his belt with everything that he has got.
David, thank you. Man, he took the fight on 3 weeks' notice. He come here to fight. He gave me a dog fight. I respect that. All that lead up, man, I thought he was going to come out here and box and play games. I respect that, man. He come here and he slugged that out. He wanted these belts, and he showed that. I'll take my hat off to David, man. Thank you. Gold Coast. Thank you guys, man.
After being successful in retaining his IBF and the Ring Cruiserweight titles, Jay commented about his next possible move, stating that even though so far he has maintained a steady undefeated streak, he is ready to take on bigger challenges for the ultimate title of the Unified Champion, because for any fighter who has proven his potential over time and has jumped up in weight class, the biggest motive is to take on the best of the best like Usyk, and in order to get that chance, he first has to get his hands on all the belts that he possibly can as soon as possible.
What do you want next?
Unification fights, man. I'm chasing Zerto. I want the WBO around my waist, and then we're going to collect the rest, and then we move forward. But we're chasing unification fights. Definitely, man. I've been waiting for these fights for a long time. We're chasing these unification fights. I'm coming for my belts.
Naming some opponents that he is willing to take on before his potential move to heavyweights, Jay issued a brutal call out to Zurdo Ramirez, commenting how after the successful defense of his own IBF title, he is ready to unleash at anyone who stands in his path to greatness, and Zurdo seems to be a major hurdle that he has to overcome before he can move any further. Adding on, Jay vowed that soon enough he will be getting his hands on Zurdo and will most definitely challenge him for his WBA title.
In the cruiserweight division in the world.
Ramirez, I'm coming for the belts. We're coming for those rest of the belts, man. We're coming for them.
Mentioning all the talks surrounding him and Usyk potentially fighting very soon based on the possibility of the Ukrainian fighter moving down to his previous cruiserweight, Jay stated that although nothing has been confirmed yet, he is always going to look for this fight and will be chasing it till the last second. Because of you are a fighter who is on his path to glory and eminence in the sport of boxing, there is no way that you will ever turn down a fight of this caliber, no matter how much hard work and labor that it might require.
If it happens, man. I'm always open for it. I would never knock down a fight like that. That's a fight I would take with both hands, 100%. Yeah, definitely. That's a fight that would take 100%. But he's got a job to do. I've got a job to do, and it's something further down the track if it happens. But obviously that's a fight that I could only dream of having, so it'd be awesome.
Looking at the past couple of months, unbeknownst to many people in the industry, Jay has been a major player when it comes to anything related to the Ukrainian fighter based on how the preparation for the highly awaited rematch between Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk, Jay was utilized by the Gypsy Kings team as a crucial sparring partner due to his similarities with Usyk and also for his profound inside knowledge regarding his fighting style. Discussing the factors that make Usyk such a formidable opponent, Jay highlighted the fact that even though Oleksandr is not that physically domineering when it comes to the usual heavyweights, he has this certain aura of intelligence along with vast experience that allows him to decipher any weakness that his opponent might have.
Usyk's just an animal, bro. He's a beast, it's fucking little rabbit. He's good.
The rabbit's not been cooked yet.
Oh, right. He just doesn't stop. So hard to beat a great fighter like that, And you got to take your hat off to Usyk, because you can't fake that stuff. That's hard work. To be able to box like that for 12 rounds, that is hard work. So,
with the potential fight between Jay and Usyk becoming a possibility with every passing day, Jay's father and renowned boxing coach Tapu Opetaia thinks that contrary to popular belief, if a fight between these two talented fighters is ever created in the upcoming months, it will most definitely result in a clear-cut victory for Jay. Explaining his rather orthodox idea, Tapu emphasized the fact that after the spectacular performance that Jay exhibited against Nyika and the tremendous power power that he possessed. There is no way that Usyk will be able to handle such adversity, no matter how proficient or experienced he might be.
Do you think your son is capable of beating somebody like Oleksandr Usyk if he moved up? Like,
yeah, 100%. Do you really think Usyk can take that sort of pressure? I don't think so. We'll welcome it with both hands. So, yeah, if it happens, it happens. We'll definitely take it for sure.
Being someone who has witnessed Jay during his intense training regimes, Tapu stated that before this bout, many people were undermining Jay as a worthy contender, commenting on how he does not have what it takes to even consider a fight with the likes of Oleksandr Usyk. But after this win, everyone now knows how ferocious and explosive of a fighter he can be, and no matter what you throw his way or what tactics you might employ, he will be able to counter them all up because deep down he feeds on that stuff and gets even more laser focused when he is angry or frustrated at his opponent.
That's the worst thing you can do is make him angry. It's like poking the bear. Once you poke a bear, the bear will come at you. So that's what happens to him. If you hit him, even in sparring, if you hit him, he comes at you. It just makes things worse for you. So it's good for boxing, I guess, and good for him. But he just loves it. He just loves it. Like if you hit him, he'll come at you twice as worse. So it's an advantage, I guess. So it's a good thing.
Another person who seems to think that Jay has a huge chance at winning the fight against Oleksandr Usyk is his fellow Australian fighter, Justice Hooney, who stated that this current version of Jay is capable of taking on anyone in the world, even if it is the great Oleksandr Usyk. Adding on, Justice stated that even though many people might not agree to the opinion, there is no doubt in his mind that after the transformation that Jay has undergone in just a couple of months, he will beat down anyone that he has ever faced against.
Look, I believe Jai can handle anyone in the world right now, man. He's a different beast, and you know he takes it to a new level every time. So yeah, it's gonna be good to see where he goes after this. But
while expressing his views on this said transformation that Jay has undergone, Justice pointed out that as a fighter, no matter how talented or God-gifted you might be, if you are not willing to do the required hard work, and if you are not prepared to labor away in the pursuit of your goals, then you will never ever be able to etch your name in the history as a prominent fighter. But in cases surrounding fighters with Jay's mentality, nothing can stop them from attaining what they have always dreamed.
How they've adjusted to that situation, but yeah, I guess if you've been doing the hard work and everything, like it'll all pay off. Like it doesn't matter who's getting in the ring with you. Like if you've done the hard work, you'll get the job done.
During this interview, Justice also praised his fellow fighter, stating that with these noteworthy performances and the subsequent wins, Jay is bringing notable attention to Australian boxing, which has caused a surge in the interest levels of the younger generation when it comes to boxing. And now, due to him and his far reach, the deserving youth that was once isolated from the mainstream will finally get the golden opportunities that they have been dreaming of for quite some time.
Yeah, I think it's been awesome, man. I've been watching him since, the day he turned professional. So, yeah, for him to be sitting up there at the top of the world right now is it's just awesome to see. And he's bringing the big fights back into Australia. So, we just got to be thankful and grateful for, all the hard work he's put into, make shows like this happen for all of us.
Just like Tapu and Justice, another person who regards Jay as one of the best cruiserweights in the world is the renowned boxing analyst and former professional fighter Johnny Nelson. According to the comments that he made during his recent interview, Johnny stated that after looking at the fights that Jay has participated in the last couple of years and comparing it to the performance displayed by other fighters in the cruiserweight division, there is no question that Jay is the best out of all of them based on his exquisite fighting style and tremendous power, which makes him stand out from the rest of the fighters.
I think Opetaia, as far as I'm concerned, is the best cruiserweight out there. I don't doubt is currently the best cruiser out.
Further elaborating on his opinion, Johnny added that during his fight with Nyika, it was abundantly clear that he would be the fighter who would ultimately win because not only did Jay possess the rare ability to turn his pace up within seconds, but this combined with his powerful jabs is a lethal combination which makes him a formidable opponent even for an established heavyweight champion with abundant experience and techniques in his arsenal, just like Oleksandr Usyk. Labeling him as a genius, Johnny added that for a boxer his size, Jay is also very precise and agile, which allows him to disorientate his opponents.
Opetaia's pace, pressure, precision, that's what got it. And I think it was less of a concussive knockout than more of an excellent pace, excellent tempo he set to get the stoppage win where he beat the fight out of him. And so it wasn't a concussive whap. You know, you saw his opponent. You know, he was just outgunned.
Now, although according to the alleged reports of many boxing fanatics and some major news outlets, this fight seemed to have gotten a bit overshadowed by all the recent and rather controversial boxing news that was coming out regarding other prominent names in the sport. One thing that many analysts and experts have pointed out is that after this outstanding performances, Jay has just been transformed into this top fighter and overnight sensation who is going to be the highlight of countless upcoming extravagant events. While sharing further details surrounding these reports, Jay's other promoter and one of his closest allies, Mick Francis, revealed that after the prominence that Jay has been gaining in the sport, many important figures have shared their interest in making him a part of their future plans. Naming His Excellency Turki Al Sheikh as the major stakeholders with plans for Jay, Mick stated that during their last meeting with the Saudi tycoon, they came to some agreement about orchestrating a fight between Jay and Zurdo Ramirez earlier this year in May, most probably under the extravagant banner of Riyadh season.
They've done an amazing job as well, but Turki Al Sheikh, he's come to the party and he can see an opportunity here in Australia, and he wants to get behind boxing globally, as we all know. So Riyadh season, mate, it's amazing that they're actually getting behind us. The last time we actually met with myself and Jai, Turki Al Sheikh, he said he wants that fight on the 3rd of May in Saudi Arabia. There's a lot, boxing's like this. There's a lot of different moving parts. So, Zurdo's got a mandatory coming up. I don't know whether it's true or not. You hear a lot of stuff. If he does, obviously that fight's going to be put off for a little while. If he doesn't, mate, let's get that fight for the 3rd of May. That's the fight that Jai obviously has been looking for.
Mick also talked about the idea of making the Usyk fight, stating that even though they have some unfinished business left in the cruiserweight division, and that right now they plan on becoming the undisputed and unified champion here, their ultimate goal is to keep on moving forward and to enter the realms of the heavyweights to challenge the current best fighter in the world, who is none other than the Ukrainian Devil. Labeling this fight as the biggest event in the history of heavyweight boxing, Mick stated that if this fight ever happens, the world will get to witness the unprecedented and ultimate battle between the best cruiserweight and the best heavyweight in the world.
And then move the heavyweight, but you've got the best heavyweight in the world, Usyk, undeniable, and he's the next cruiserweight. He got in the ring his last fight, 102 kilos, okay? He struggles to put weight on. Jai will get in the ring about 99 kilos. Mate, that is a fight that we will definitely take in the future. There's a bit of unfinished business first, but mate, that's a fight that we 100% will take. It's the biggest fight in the world. It's the biggest fight right now in the heavyweight division.
After noticing all these call-outs from Jay and the people surrounding him, Gilberto Ramirez, more commonly referred to as Zurdo, has shared his response about this potential offer, stating that if a fight from Jay's side is ever offered to him or his team, he will not hesitate in accepting this offer because it will provide him with a great opportunity at becoming a major name in the cruiserweight division, and that he will also get to have a shot at becoming a unified champion if he can get his hands on Jay's IBF and the ring belts.
I wanna fight Jay. He's a great champion too. He has the ring magazine belt, and that's the belt that I want.
Gilberto, despite his remarkable boxing record and techniques, has been a victim of online critique and undermining based on how he made a drastic weight jump from his regular super middleweight to cruiserweight, and no matter how much the Mexican fighter tries to prove himself, he does not get the recognition that he deserves. Hoping to alter the public perception regarding himself, Zurdo vowed that with this potential fight with Jay, he will show the world that he is not an easy opponent who can be brushed off that easily.
People underestimate me because they think I was a small guy, but now I feel like really comfortable in this body weight, And I mean, it's great for me, for my body, for my team too, and I think I feel really comfortable in this way.
Claiming that he will most definitely win this fight between him and Jay, Zurdo stated that even though he understands the gravity of the challenge that he will be facing while taking on someone like Jay, he is not going to be intimidated by anything at this point in his career, and that he will prove to the world that he is the top fighter of the cruiserweight division. Adding on, Zurdo also stated that the best strategy that he would have to beat Jay would be to tame the fighter in the earlier rounds by not only throwing as many punches as he can, but also by not allowing him to get comfortable inside the ring, because otherwise there is a huge possibility that Jay might win because he is an explosive fighter who can charge at you without any hesitation if you show any signs of weakness.
Oh, I mean, I feel great, and I don't know if it's 50-50. I think I had the best chance to beat everyone in this division. But I mean, everyone saw our what we did in the ring, and now everyone's talking about me, right? Because I won with another champion, and it's the second time that we beat the two champions already in this division, and now people they think I'm the real deal. But I knew that I'm not the best cruiserweight in this division. I think I beat more and throw a lot of punches, and that's all.
So in the end, what do you guys think about the Australian fighter and his future motives? And what are your thoughts on his recent performance? Do you think that this improvement and transformation that he has undergone will be enough to take on the best fighter in the world? Or do you think that Jay might be getting a little overboard with his dreams and that he should stick with fighters who are more compatible with him? Make sure to tell us about your thoughts in the comments below, and if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe to our channel.